It's 6:45 a.m., October 12th. 24 hours before everything changes. Before I learn what it truly means when warriors say a giant has fallen. I'm adjusting my plate carrier in the pre-dawn darkness, checking my M4 carbine for the third time, muscle memory born from countless patrols. Beside me, Staff Sergeant Marcus Chen is doing the same, his movements precise, deliberate. Marcus, 3 tours deep, Silver Star recipient, the kind of Marine who could navigate Helmand Province blindfolded. But more than that, he was my brother. You don't know you're living the last normal moment until it's already gone. Let me take you back further. Not to the firefight, not yet. First, you need to know who Marcus was, because that's what makes losing him unbearable. We met at Camp Pendleton, 2 butter bars fresh out of officer candidate school, both terrified we'd screw up our first command. Marcus had this laugh, loud, infectious, the kind that cut through the tension of pre-deployment briefings. Within weeks, we weren't just fellow officers, we were brothers in every way that mattered. He had this ritual. Every morning, 05:30 sharp, he'd quote something, sometimes Marcus Aurelius, sometimes his grandmother. On that morning, October 12th, at 6:45 a.m., he turned to me while checking the retention on his IFAC, individual first aid kit, and said, "Fear is temporary, regret is forever." I should have known those words would haunt me.
We'd been tasked with a routine patrol, sector sweep near Sanjan, searching for IED emplacements. Intelligence suggested minimal enemy contact. Routine is a dangerous word in combat. It breeds complacency. We loaded into our MRAPs, mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles. Marcus riding lead vehicle, me in trail. His team, 8 Marines, all hand-picked, all trusting him with their lives. The landscape rolled past our armored windows, endless tan, punctuated by mud brick compounds. Marcus's voice crackled over the comms, calm, steady, running through rally points and casualty evacuation procedures. Always prepared, always professional. That was Marcus, by the book, yet somehow human in ways that inspired unwavering loyalty. Fast forward, it's now 6:47 a.m., October 13th, almost exactly 24 hours later. We're 3 clicks into the patrol. The sun's just breaking the horizon, painting the Hindu Kush mountains in shades of amber and orange. Beautiful in the way only something deadly can be. Marcus calls a halt, his dismounts spread out, establishing security. I watch through the ballistic glass as he steps down from his MRAP, ANPRC 152 radio in hand, coordinating with battalion. He's silhouetted against the rising sun, and for just a second, he looks invincible. I've replayed this moment 10,000 times, searched for warning signs I missed, the way the morning felt too quiet, how the local nationals had vanished from nearby compounds, the dust that hung in the air just a little too still. Marcus turns back toward the vehicle, and our eyes meet through the window. He grins, that same grin from Pendleton, from late-night poker games in the FOB, from every moment we'd shared for 3 years. He gives me a thumbs up. Then, the world detonates. Massive explosion, immediate transition to intense gunfire, shouting. The IED tears through the morning, a pressure plate device, deeply buried, probably 50 pounds of homemade explosives. Marcus's MRAP lifts off the ground, tilts, slams back down on its side. Before the dust even settles, the tree line erupts with muzzle flashes.
Ambush, expertly coordinated. We'd walked straight into a kill zone. I'm out of my vehicle, M4 up, returning fire at shapes in the smoke. Training takes over, muscle memory, breath control, trigger discipline. But my mind is screaming one word, Marcus. His MRAP is burning, not fully engulfed, but smoke pouring from the engine compartment, hydraulic fluid spraying. I can hear his Marines inside, dazed, trying to fight their way out of the overturned vehicle. Rounds are snapping past my head, PKM machine gun fire, 7.62 by the sound, probably Soviet era but deadly accurate. My corpsman, Doc Rivera, is already moving toward the disabled vehicle, Kevlar low, aid bag bouncing against his hip. I'm laying down suppressive fire with my squad, trying to buy him seconds, just seconds. That's all combat is, buying seconds, spending lives. Then I see him, Marcus. He's pulled himself out through the rear hatch, uniform torn, blood streaking down the side of his face. But he's up, he's moving. Relief floods through me like cold water. He's alive, he's combat effective, he's doing exactly what Marines do. He's getting his people out.
One by one, Marcus drags his Marines from that burning vehicle. PFC Johnson, barely conscious. Lance Corporal Martinez, leg twisted wrong. He doesn't hesitate, doesn't take cover, just hauls them to the ditch line while rounds kick up dirt around his boots. I'm screaming into the radio, 9-line medevac, 9-line medevac, calling in coordinates for the QRF, the Quick Reaction Force, while trying to keep my sector suppressed. The world is shrunk to muzzle flashes and radio protocols, and the sight of Marcus, my brother, saving his Marines. He goes back for the last one, Corporal Hayes, unconscious, trapped under gear. That's when the second IED detonates. Second explosion, then sudden, awful, near silence, broken only by a ringing. Victim operated this time. Marcus triggered it, pulling Hayes free. The blast wave hits me like a physical wall. For a moment, could be seconds, could be minutes, I can't hear anything except this high-pitched whine. The world's gone soft, distant, wrong. When my vision clears, I see him. Marcus is down, 20 meters away, not moving.
I don't remember crossing that distance. One moment I'm behind cover, the next I'm sliding into the crater beside him, rounds still snapping overhead. Doc Rivera is right behind me, but the look on his face, I already know. Marcus's eyes are open, and that's the worst part. They're open, and for just a second, they find mine. His lips move. I lean in, ear to his mouth, and he whispers, "Get them home." Not himself, them, his Marines, even now. Doc's working frantically, tourniquet, pressure dressings, the whole march protocol. But Marcus took the blast center mass. His plate carrier stopped the fragmentation. That interceptor body armor saved him from being torn apart. But the overpressure, internal trauma, there's only so much Kevlar can do. I'm holding his hand, telling him the birds are inbound, telling him to stay with me, making promises I know are lies. His grip tightens once, then gradually loosens. October 13th, 29 minutes after the first explosion, Staff Sergeant Marcus Chen stops breathing, and I finally understand what it means when warriors say, "A giant has fallen." The QRF arrived. We secured the LZ, landing zone, and loaded the casualties. All of Marcus's Marines made it out alive because of him. Every single one. I rode back in the Chinook with his body, still wearing my blood-soaked plate carrier, M4 carbine across my lap, Marcus's dog tags in my hand. Through the bird's open ramp, I watched Afghanistan scroll past below. The same mountains, the same compounds, the same dust. Everything unchanged. Everything different. They tell you in training about the Brotherhood, about Semper Fidelis, always faithful. They tell you about courage and sacrifice.
but they can't tell you what it feels like to watch your best friend fall, to hold his hand as the light leaves his eyes, to carry that weight every day after. Marcus Chen was awarded the Navy Cross posthumously. The citation reads, "For extraordinary heroism while serving as patrol leader during combat operations against enemy forces." But Marcus wasn't extraordinary because of the medal. He was extraordinary because on the worst morning of his life, when most men would have sought cover, he chose to stand, to serve, to save his Marines. I still hear his voice sometimes, 05:30 sharp. Fear is temporary. Regret is forever.
He's right. I don't regret that October morning. I regret every morning after. The ones he'll never see. The life he'll never live. The brother I'll never get back. But I don't regret knowing him. That gift, at least, can never be taken. This is Scarred Warriors. These are our stories. These are our scars. Remember their names. Honor their sacrifice. Staff Sergeant Marcus Chen, Marine, brother, giant.